Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my World of Outlaws 23 career mode, where today we're going to be headed to Fairbury Speedway in the regionals for our second to last race of this season. So let's go ahead and load in there and I'll cut back to you guys once we are there. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into practice here with a goal time of 11.271. And okay, an 11.129 there on our first lap beats the goal. But even in my own playthrough of the local series right now, I'm still yet to beat or yet to win a race. So that just proves this is like the hardest level of competition in this game. And I think we're about to add another series very similar to this. Very, very soon. But no spoilers, you know. Oh well, I guess we already beat our goal, so it's fine to be a complete mistake. Oh, okay. Sorry. Getting used to having a mic, and I have it clipped to my shirt, and I just moved my shirt and it like unclipped it there for a second. Hopefully it's still okay. Let me know if it sounds about right. Or honestly, if I even have any audio at all, because there's a chance I selected the wrong input for the mic, and it may just be some of this. But if it is, oh darn, I could have been watching something this whole time while I recorded this. And sorry about missing uploads yesterday. I guess technically this series uploaded yesterday. I missed Saturday. But I had a really exhausting day, and it was Mother's Day. Go spend time with your moms, y'all. If you missed yesterday, go today. Go fly 11th there. We're going to be advancing to Heat 3 starting third. It's pretty good. Hopefully we can make up a position here on the race start. But I think we're about the same level, or maybe a little bit worse in regionals than we are in the locals now, which is good. By the end of our local career, we were running up in the top 5, I'd say. We get wrecked there and flip. Bad. Dropping down to P6. So hoping to try to make a bid for the qualifying dash, but that right now is not looking like a possibility. So we're going to take a peek at the damage that we got. Not too bad for, I mean, honestly, the kind of severity of that wreck. And it didn't look as bad because it was during the daylight, which is a truth I live by. Wrecks don't look as bad when they're in daylight. And right now we might have a handful of cars that can like outpace us no matter what. And sure, Edie and Schumann will be able to make bids on our spot, and Edie here will take that final qualifying dash spot, and we're going to drop back to the final transfer spot at the line. But we know we're a lot faster than this. We're a lot faster than starting P19 in the race. But that's what happens when you qualify bad. Okay, we're ready to fire off here for the A main. What I was saying about qualifying bad is, like, that was a pretty good lap time, all things considered. Where this is, even though it's my most experienced series that I race in now, it's definitely my worst of the three. And I'd almost say that, or I want to even almost say, I am going to say that my best series is the UMP Modifieds. I literally hopped into a modified car and ran P2 off the bat. Now with the next series I'm going to add, whether that's the big block or the uh, sprints, will that be the same? Very unlikely. We can hope, as we are on our sides there on the front stretch, but we stay green. And by the time we come around to take, or come around at the line, we are up a position. Now we start shifting up more positions. Our goal place is P15. We're up into P17, and we're going to make it up to P14 through that corner. We slam Shaman into the wall, if that was Shaman. It might not have been. It was a green car. That's all I saw. Mole's now in front of us, our modern rival in the midgets. And we passed him. Oh my goodness. Are we going to? No, we're going to go yellow. Okay, we're yellow at Fairbury Speedway. We're up into P12, and this might keep shifting farther up my shirt because it was on my neck. My bad, y'all. Now we are going to go up against Robbins into turn one. We're going to dump him. The yellow will fly again as we drop down to P16. Losing the position. Mole's now outside of our sight. He's up into 10th, I think, at least. At least 10th from Michael Moles. So we throw the leaderboard back up in the left-hand corner. Bielman will take the low side. We'll stick it up high. We've lost the position from the start, but now we're going to gain 1. Oh, we'll slam outside. And we'll lose another position. We're back in a P16. And now we'll go and hit the outside wall hard. And now bring the caution out. The caution is like never flown for one of those. If I recover it, the caution will fly right away. If I don't recover it, they're going to sit on the caution. But I mean, still not terrible damage. Oh, we get bumped. Mid-corner there, we were just bumped out into the outside wall. And we'll have it happen again mid-corner from Barnhill that time. And racing up in a position that we know we have the pace to be in is very difficult right now. And we spun a car out there. We get the inside lane on the restart. But we're P17 once again. We have had a rough time cracking up into the top 15, let alone trying to race for a top 10. In qualifying earlier today, we qualified 11th. That is the best we've looked on any board all weekend long. Ever since then, we've been down in the late teens. We're going to bump Robbins there, but the caution shouldn't fly for it as we are back up to Moles. It's about 10 laps of seeing his Colton Herta looking car. Oh, and we'll tag him there through the corner. We'll lift ourselves up, hit the outside wall, pop a wheelie, and the caution will fly. But was that for me or was that for Moles as he has fallen outside of my board? And we're up here in P15 where we want to finish as we are in overtime and we'll get hooked on the finish line. We stay green. We move up in a P12, looking ahead at Johnson as we are on the final lap here. Through the final corner, we will not see another caution. And we're going to come through here to finish in P12. Also, I'm so sorry about Monoposto being delayed. I forgot to import a bit of data. So it's going to be pushed to release at some point today, I think, or maybe tomorrow. Once I record it, I will get it out as soon as possible. But I want to get back on the Minecraft and back on the Pokemon too. But this Saturday, Monoposto will be at its scheduled time and the day before the race. But as I didn't cut there because I was explaining, we had a very harsh drive. Aye, aye. Okay, next time for the season finale, we're heading to Charlotte Showcase. And new crew chief available. And I know where I'm going to throw her on. It's that series that we're about to head to, the UMP Modifieds. Okay, so now Modifieds with the best crew chief. They're at 40. Hold on, is there a better one that I can put here? 50. Yeah, they should have been having 50. Legend proficiency, amateur, legend. Okay. But now we're headed to the one, the only, Eldora. And this was our hardest track to win at last season in our local series season. And we'll see what it can do for us today. So we'll load in for this 25 lap A main race. All right, now we're loaded in at Eldora. Let's hop on into it. Goal time for practice is 17.460, and our record lap here is a 15.520. Should have no problem here beating our goal time, but the question is, are we going to have a problem here beating the rest of the field? We haven't really had too much of a problem throughout the rest of this season as our rocket ship on wheels continues to keep on rolling. And we're looking like Alex Pillow. I've said it before, I'll say it again. We're looking like Alex Pillow out here. Only have lost not even a handful of races. That was a pretty bad lap on our first one, and now we pick up some rear damage. As this is a really rough track to get around. It's rough to find your way. Wash up here and kicking to his rear. He's going to knock me loose. It's honestly a pretty good band, too. Pretty screaming. Old linebackers coach got me into it. Yeah, he was on. He must have been on some stuff. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have a really rough end of practice here. Yeah, let's just end it there. I mean, that sucks. I mean, but we were getting faster throughout practice until we decided to forget how to drive. Let's hop in here. Dang it. Those are not aerodynamic advantages. Sorry, once again, I'll say it. The mic is a bit closer, and I have a bit of a stuffed nose. But I don't know. And if you can hear a bit of the vibrating, or that's because my hands are resting a bit on my shirt, and I'm using a different controller today. That doesn't force itself as much left. Because if you remember yesterday, or in the last video, how the car was trying to go as left as possible 24/7. We qualified P14 there. That is like our worst quality performance I've had in a while. We're advancing the Heat 4 starting in third. Let's see if we can win it here. We have never not been in a qualifying dash. I am scared as to what is to come from this event. We move up into second in the first lap. Now we're trying to look forward onto Ledford. This car is a bit of a handful to handle around here. But we're definitely at least trying to gain up some time. I do not think this is a series regular, but he is definitely gaining time on me. On the final lap here, we have about a second gap behind us and a 1.5 second gap in front of us. Oh, as we get really loose there, we're going to have to cover up the bottom. We know Lucas Lee is going to be charging. And we beat Lucas Lee. But he has been the best at capitalizing on my mistakes so far up the ladder as we've been moving along. We're going to be headed to the qualifying dash here. Starting in P9. Kind of reminds me of Mikey Waltrip on my outside. So we'll tuck it in down low. Oh, and we'll turn bold. We're going to hit the outside wall. The caution will fly. We're up into P7, up a row, 2 spots. Bold drops down to last. In the lead is Michael Long. And in nicely now, we take P6, we turn Cooper. We'll drop down a position back into P6 on the restart on the outside lane. That might be better for us. As we learned early on here, in the local series finale last season, that we're a bit rough starting on the inside lane. Ledford slowing me up a bit there throughout the corner. We'll go down low on McKenzie and make up 3 positions throughout the corner. But the 44 of Burnett will be able to fight back. We were pushed up there by not Mikey Waltrip. We'll cut down in front of him. We are now gaining time on Weaver. We closed the distance a bit for a second there. But as we're on the final lap here, unless a car goes around, and it was almost me there, it's going to be the end of the road. And we're going to be starting P3 in the A main. If we can hold on here. Once again, our worst track, we're starting P3 in the regional series. And that was a really rough race. If you just, look at it in high speed. Caution. And then we were able to run. So, 2 cautions. But, you know what they say, rubbing's racing. And we're coming to the line here. And we are green. Oh, we're getting turned by the 44. We're going to hit the inside wall. We're going to go around. We're going to get hit from the 44 on the front of our nose. And the caution will not fly. Luckily, this is a really long 25-lap race for us to fight our way back up. But unlucky for us, we have now a good amount of damage. Oh, the 44 goes around. He's going to collect us. We're going to spin up track. Heavy impact into the outside wall. We drop down to P9. So we were 3 wide there throughout the corner. Sadly, with this being a 25-lap race, I do not think we're going to be able to see that replay. I'm going to, that's a bit annoying to you guys, I understand. Oh, we'll turn blood. We'll hit the outside wall now, too. We're in a P8. Luckily, we get the outside lane on this restart. Unlucky for us, that's not the advantageous lane to have. but the car in front of you will turn down at you when you have the bottom lane, especially at this track. But we have significant air damage after that impact with the 44 and with the outside wall. Maybe it made my front end a little more aerodynamic. So now we're catching up to Long. But Ledford's going to be able to hold on to the position there with contact. And we're going to stick it low. I mean, Ledford's just able to hold on. Dude, if you're not careful, I'm going to turn you. Most likely on accident, but we make a mistake there. But he's catching up to Long. So if we can get those two battling and we can close the distance up, we might have an opportunity on our hands. We've now closed the distance to Ledford. We're in a 3-car pack. But now we drop back to a half second behind both of them. Trying to get back up to Ledford, but now they're going to be catching up to lap traffic. It's a Vaden Top running in last. Come on. Come on, my little rocket ship. The field here is too spread out for a caution to likely naturally occur. Oh. Krupp there hit us into the outside walls. Honestly, that was possibly on me. But now Weaver has been able to narrow the distance to us. With 12 laps to go now, it is a 2.3 second gap to Long and a 2-second gap flat to Ledford. We have to have a caution to win this race. I don't think we have it in us, though. Ten laps remaining here. Conoyer will take the position. And we'll get really rough with him there, but he will not go around. Are we putting Vaden Top down a second lap? Okay, as I just really try to wreck him there. The longer this race goes on, the more and more improbable it's going to be. Honestly, starting this far up front, I'd want to start in that front or on the inside lane. With 5 laps to go, we need to get it to happen now. And here it'll be, but we're going to drop down to P9 when it happens. Yeah, Baden tops down 2 laps. Now we're out of contention, realistically. We just took away a lap of racing that we should have had to poorly wreck a car. Oh, we're going to dump Weiser, though. It's going to extend the race. No, it's not actually. It's going to shorten it, give us less time to pass on track. So it's still a regulation finish. But we're still in the inside lane here. White flag's out. We're going to go high. We're going to have our worst finish of our career here. Wall shot into the outside wall. And we're going to finish outside the top 10 for our first time in our career, P12. Awful day. We should hold on to our championship lead. No, we lose it too. To Conyor. Should have wrecked him. He has a 1-point lead. Let's go ahead and head back to the main menu. Okay, loaded here on the main menu. That's click, click, click. Please tell me I had a rough day. No, they're not going to. But next episode, we're headed to Kokomo for a showcase. Feel pretty good about that. We're returning to a track that we've won at in the past. But I really don't like that blemish in our reputation. I mean, that drops our win rate. Now let's head to street stocks. Load in here for our race at Fairbury. Let's hop into it. Okay, now let's hop into practice. Goal time of a 14.076. Why do I have water going down my glasses? I think my water bottle almost spilled there. I won here earlier today in the showcase for the local series. It's a bit like NASCAR now, where I just tell you all the achievements I had in the off week, but you won't get to see any of them. You know, when they're talking about Kyle Larson or Bill. And we're going to have a rough day all around. I doubt we're going to be able to scoop up a top 10 finish here. We do beat our goal time there. I mean, that's 6:10 off our record lap. And we remember what happened at Kokomo not too long ago, and that's a very big possibility here to happen again. We just enter a race with bad mojo. Bad things happen. Okay. Okay, let's lock in here this next time by for our final lap of practice. Okay, final lap of practice here. And we'll set our best time. No, we won't. It's a bit off. So we're going to go around one more time. With all this damage, we're about a 10th off our fastest lap. Or our record lap at the track. Is that Scott Dixon? Hold on. Scotty, let me get your autograph. Let me get your autograph. Thank you for signing my car. Sorry. Not great there. Let's hop into it. Qualifying goal times at 13.869. Ooh. Start our first of 2 time laps here. Pretty good first corner there. We get out to the wall. And a top 5 lap time there on our first lap. We qualified P3. Hear that? P3. I'm not sure how good the audio pickup is on this. Let's head into Heat 3, starting from pole position. Now the question raises in my head, are we a serious street stock contender, especially once we hit like our second season of national competition in the street stocks? Do we need to be labeled as an actual contender? Not our first season, most likely not. We're going to be just focused on making the money, getting bands to upgrade the car. Like, we know we're already a championship contender in the modifieds. Midgets, I don't think will ever be a championship contender, even in locals, let alone nationals. But the 3 series I have right now, I think this one, like, early next season, it's going to be a bit of struggles. By the end of my first season, if I am able to compete for wins and top 5s, like I have here this season, where I've picked up a win already, what can I expect moving forward? Am I to expect that I will be a champion? Because I fully believe I can be. Because here in our rookie season, we are aiming to finish top 10 in points. And we've already won a race our rookie years. We're headed here to the qualifying dash, starting from 3rd. We might be able to win our 2nd race of the season, putting us in very rare territory. Because I believe most of this season has been swept by Brewster, but we know he has, as Clint Boyer would say, a very fast hot rod. So we're trying to catch up here to Crims. Brewster has actually dropped outside the top 5. But it's a group of guys we've gotten to familiarize their names in our brains. Crims, Tiernan, Jurens, Baden Top. Tiernan now making a move to our inside in that 45 silver car. We'll take back 2nd. As we have 2 laps to go, Crims has a 1.5 second lead over us. And it doesn't look very plausible for us to gain it back. Heavy contact there with the tire. We're going to drop. No! Caution's going to fly. We hold on to P2. We have a ton of damage. We might have a shot here at pole. Definitely did that on purpose. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout. So we were through the final corner. Got a bit of a tag there from the 19 of Brandon Jones. We'll drop down here to P4. We're going to turn Jones. We're going to drop down to P7 here. P6, never mind, we hold on to it. But Brewster's in P4 now. Back into a top 5 starting position. We were 4 wide there in the corner when we took out Jones into the wall. But here, I don't think we're going to be able to make up 6 positions. Now 7 positions in a lap and a half. Tried to turn. Who was that? Was that Schneekloth? I think trying to turn Schneekloth at the line, couldn't get it done. We started in P4 as Heath Brewster drops down to P6. Let's hop into the A main now. Goal position of a top 10. The home of the brave. My bad, y'all. And let's. I said let's. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Shoot down here. Get almost up into Crimmins. And we're going to have a shot here through the first turn. We're going to take it low, and we're going to take it to the lead of the race. Oh, but Crims there might have actually got us at the line. It was too close to call on the opening lap. Here on the second lap, though, he's going to lead this one for sure, I'd say. Never mind. Yeah, no, he leads it. We cut off his line there, taking solid first into turns 3 and 4, where we'll lead across the line. So now we've officially led a lap. Now we're starting to smell lap traffic in front of us. And we've set a new record lap the last time by with the 13.328. We've now grown our lead to a full second. We're going to turn Richardson, which is going to give us a restart, but not before we drop down to P2. Like I said earlier, they wait to throw the cautions until it screws me up. Crims first. Ourselves struggling to do anything. It's Brewster now. The inevitable man. He might struggle in qualifying, but he'll be there in the race. Takes first position, and he will lead a lap. And we'll set it down low on him. We're going to wash out, tag him with our rear. Now, Crimmins to the point. And we'll bump on the straightaway, which is going to mess up our turn. And we'll not get up close enough to the wall to cut off his line. Neither this time. Contact there with him got me loose. Now I'm in striking position of Jurens. 7 laps to go. I'm still trying to recover from that light contact to claim our second win of the season after leading the whole early part of this event. 6 laps to go. We need to start catching up to lap traffic if we want to get this move done. Contact there at the tire. We'll bring out the yellow flag. Not what I wanted to do to get the caution out, but we got the yellow. And we're boogieing in again. We'll push Crimmins into the corner. Or Crims. Tag Brewster a bit there with our tire. We're down into P3. We'll shoot it up the inside of Brewster. We'll make the pass. Now look for Crimmins through the corner. He'll go low to defend. We'll tag his tire. We are rubbing on the front straightaway. 2 laps to go. We're back up to the point. Final lap started now. White flag is in the air. And we're going to round the final corner. And we're going to shake and bake our way to victory. Almost a full second gap at the line. Woo pig suey. Okay. Now as we come through with almost a full second gap to take our second win of the season, which puts us in P11 in the championship standings. Let's head back to the main menu now, where we can end today's video. Okay, we're loaded back here. In the next episode, we're headed to Elm Creek. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And come back next episode. There you see it. First, and what was it? 3 years ago, first in Sterling County. Next episode, we're headed to Elm Creek. Thank you all. Have a good one. Goodbye.